Sup. Welcome back to Blazy B, where I am blazed and I'm B. Oh man, you guys, I I had such a good weekend with my Peace Corps homies, and I'm still living it on in my brain. I still need to make a video about the weekend. I feel like when I make the video about something, it's like the end of it. Not that it's the end of it, but it's like it happened. It's done. Move on. And I don't want to move on because it was so much fun. We always have so much fun. So, backstory, my Peace Corps crew back when 2018 to 2020 did Peace Corps, right? And then 2020 evacuated and we all went home and we started our lives. And it's like, okay, this is it. But we have to get together every year. We can't live without each other. This was such an experience, and I am so connected to these human beings, and we bonded in such a deep way in a very different, just it's incredible the bond we have, and it's so beautiful. And oh, it is crazy. Very, very thankful for that. So we get together every year, either MLK or now President's Day, but we still call it MLK because it's always been on MLK. Over that weekend, it's like everybody's work, you got to get everything cleared, but this is an annual thing. And so whether you can make it, whether you can't, it's an open invitation. Um, it's always at our friend's cabin up in Connecticut, and it's a massive, big home on a lake. And like this year we had 24 people. This year was a very big year for us as well. We invited significant others, which is huge for us because usually it is just Peace Corps only. And it's very specific. And because, we're very specific. And when we're together, it is just like, it's a different time. And with your significant other, they think we're pretty wacky, and I feel like that's a big crew to come about as a significant other. Like, you're coming into a hot room of about 18 people. What? You want to do that to yourself? I don't know. I don't know. And so it's always been kind of like this our thing. So just one weekend, calm down. Um, and it really revives my life. Honestly, it's such a special weekend, and and every year is different but the same. Like, and there's the same pattern. We follow the same cadence. Like, there's arrival, and then it's kind of like a go about type of day. And then Saturday used to be like ski day. Nobody really skis anymore, and I feel like it hasn't been good skiing the past few years or something. So, but that was a ski day. I would be making quiches, like hanging out with the house crew, and there's just, things. And then Sunday is games day and polar plunge day. So that's always a big day. That's like we kind of lead up to this day. Saturday night is a crazy party, and we're up very late, just laying on each other and having a grand old time being present with these humans. It is just I could go on and on and on about this weekend. It's so great. But what I wanted to talk about was games. Games as adults, okay? Like, I feel like our crew that does this is games. And when we were in Costa Rica, we used to take these weekend trips. This is where this all kind of began. And it'd be like, we need to get out of sight. We need a break. I want to speak English. I want to be just chilling for a hot weekend with my homies. And so we'd find some Airbnb and we'd just go tear that shit up for a weekend. And it was incredible. We had so much fun and we made so many memories. And and Airbnbs are quite cheap. Like, on a Peace Corps budget, it was chill to do. And we'd go places and we'd explore the country, and we made time for each other, like this group. And it was just like, we're going to make this date work. And we did it. every freaking time, and we just rolled deep in this crew, and it grew from time to time, and then people were marrying people, and it's just like this whole clan. We need a commune. And so, okay. So then it's progressed into like Sunday is games day. And they used to always do games day in Costa Rica. It was just like one day dedicated to outdoor games. And it was always dizzy bat and like some sort of just like running around, energy, boys, 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 games, games, games. And it was hilarious. I didn't really partake. I was kind of lazy, but like I'm down to clown sometimes. And so then we have progressed. And this year we had committees, and you joined a committee if you wanted to be involved in the planning of things. And there was a games committee, and the games committee crushed it. They planned so many things, and we had, oh my god, it was crazy. And I just, oh, as an adult to be like just games, it was so great. Bring out that inner child and just like have freaking fun with a game. So, biggest game going on was Assassin. That started on, I believe, maybe Friday. Mm, Probably Friday. Um, yeah, I believe so. So everybody drew out of a hat, and there was, excuse me, Grant made every person have a thing, you had to do to kill them, right? And so then there's a hat. We drew all these people out, and you didn't tell anybody else. It was just like, this is your solo mission throughout the whole weekend. Just like, let me know if you kill them. And so I had brought Maddie asked me to bring the jaw harp and I had an ocarina, and I was like, ooh, this would be fun too. So Grant ended up wearing the ocarina and be like, there was a murder every time someone got killed. And when you kill that person, you inherit, their task that they need to do. And you just kind of rack up these kills if you can before you get killed, right? And there's a scoreboard. It was legit. I had 2 kills. It was crazy. I got Dallas to sing part of the national anthem, and yeah, I got Jimmy to say he'd eat his kid. But hey, it was like a very hypothetical situation, stranded on an island. You got to go so deep. It took so long to get that one, and I had so many people on my side helping me at that point, because that was kind of a hard one, but it's like kind of an obvious topic that would be talked about. I don't know. So, okay, everybody's doing this game. We have Assassin going all weekend, and it was just like, that was epic. Like, people were brutal, but it was so good because you were on edge kind of at all times, but not. And Nicole ended up getting me out. I helped her get firewood. And I knew it. I was like, this is a trick. And then it was like, no, fine. Then we won't do it. And I was like, mm, okay. And then I got firewood. Killed. That was a murder. Oh my God. So epic. So that was going on all weekend long, right? And then Sunday, games day, we had Olympics. So we also got teams on Friday night. We were sectioned off into teams. We had our own flags. We should have done a presentation or a dance, and we were given one. I was supposed to do a ribbon dance. I was going to do Cadet Kelly, and then I didn't. The day went on. Lots of things happened. We had some injuries. It was a big weekend. It was a big weekend. And so, yeah, we had these teams. So we had these games that were all listed out. So the first game was Flip Cup via going down tubing down the snow. And this was Connecticut in February. There is a lot of snow. We couldn't even go through the front door. The snow was blocking the door, and the lake was frozen solid, probably a foot and a half deep of ice. How would I know that? Because the boys dug a hole for us to cold plunge and had to whip out these ice chunks. It looked like Frozen. It was like bone to bone and bone to bone and bone to bone. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my god, it was crazy. And yeah, people were like out walking on the ice and we saw like little motos out on the ice. And it was awesome. It was wild. It was cold, but it was warm kind of that weekend. It was probably like, I don't know, maybe 40 because the sun was out. It was lovely. So we had to get on a tube and go against somebody from another team. We were doing a relay and doing flip cup. So you had to go down and then we had like a line of dudes at the bottom catching people because it went off like the retaining wall into the ice. And that was kind of a jump down. You didn't want to do that. And so you didn't want to catch that much air because you were going to be, it was like Red Rover and you were knocking them over. And then you had to get up, run to your flip cup, grab your tube, and then run up the hill, which was the worst part because it was so slick. It was so slick. And that's what was the hindrance. Katie was a beast. And then it was just like boom, 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 boom. And then whoever wins that. And then we had two other teams go behind us. And so boom, that was the first game. Second game, what was the second game? Well, we did curling. That was awesome. So out on the ice, Adrian made this bullseye. They taped beer cans together with duct tape, 4 beer cans, and then made a duct tape handle. And then we curled. Oh, it was so sick. Curling so good. And this was all the time of the Olympics. The Olympics are just on TV all day long. And we were just talking about it because like skeleton, that's crazy. All these Olympic sports are crazy. They're on ice. You can like die any second. And then you're going so fast. It's wild. It's crazy. They're crazy. But it's so cool. So we curled. Curling is so sick. I love curling. Watching curling is very exciting to me. And so we were curling on the ice. That was so much fun. And we're just out on this ice. It was crazy cool. It was crazy cool. And then I feel like there was another thing, but we had, again, I said injuries. So it was like, okay, maybe we should slow this down. And there's just like a lot of teams, a lot of action going on. And so we did the cold plunge and so did it kind of as a little baptism situation. And so there was boards, like 2x4s laid out in like a triangle, two dudes on two sides, and then you would come up and then they'd take your arms and then they drop you down and pull you up. Oh, it was awesome. It was cold, but it was once you got out, it was warm, like, it was just so cold in the water, and so it was awesome. You wanted to kinda go again. Shoulda gone again. I went the next day with Nilesh when Nilesh showed up. Finally, the guy was only there for less than 24 hours. But hey, he made it. Not a guy. So, yeah, the cold plunge was lit, and then getting into the sauna, that was really nice. Yeah. And yeah, it was, and okay, again, with these committees, back to the committees, where there was cooking, right? And baking. So I did some baking. I made some focaccia. We had like a baking committee. Maddie and Brian were there helping out, doing other things. Oh, it was just awesome. We had a great team. And then there was like cooking people. And so, oh, one night of like really good chicken coconut curry. Mm, and a bit of a spice. My whole head was sweating. It was like, whoa. But it was so good. I just kept eating it. And that's what the focaccia went with. It was so good. And then we had freaking spatchcock and it was these chickens. It was like Turkish or Egyptian seasoning and then Turkish pizza and like that was really good. That was really good. That was really good. And then we had Sunday sauce. Mm, 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 mm. It was so good. Oh, it was so good. And homemade pasta and homemade sauce, and it so good. And then there was like breakfast foods, there was like pancakes and Dutch babies, and just everyone was cooking. I'm trying to think of what else there was to eat. I feel like there was something else I'm missing, but we ate so well. It was absolutely delicious. Mm, yeah, it was so great. And they had Zoom calls for these committees, and it was very organized. And I feel like as a very large group, you need to be organized in these weekends, or else it can, or like we're not clicky. That's the thing I love about this group of humans. We all live all over the place. Some of the people hang out all the time because they're in the same place, same city. Some of the people don't. Some of the people are able to fly all the time, and they're just like popping around to the homies. And it's just like everybody can hang out solo or with the group or the small group, and you're invited in any situation. But it's so beautiful because everyone is so interconnected and so connected all together, and it I don't know, there's something about it that just clicks so beautifully. And this weekend, or that, weekend is just so validating every single year that like these are my humans. We do like life updates. It's like, what's going on? How's it? What have you been up to? And then, like, like we have a constant group chat, but at the same time, you're not talking about like day to day things. And so it's just your time to talk and play games and be active and communicate. And then we play Secret Hitler. That's a big one. We do that yearly. That is a great game for our crew. It's if you've never heard of Secret Hitler, it's like mafia, and it's really fun. You should check it out. It's a great time. It's so great. But yeah, yeah. Oh, we did a puzzle race. That was pretty fun. And they were all Kellogg's cereals, but we got the hardest one. And we had a 20-minute limit. 20-minute limit. Yeah, that was right. And we made that. That's fine. But we got up to 19 minutes. It was rough, man. But we had pops. You know how much fucking yellow is in pops? They're everywhere. And I think we got the hardest one. But the group after us got it in like 60 minutes. But they had more people helping. Okay. It was just Jackie and I. Jimmy was too drunk, and David he fell. He was a casualty. So yeah, so many things, man. It was fan fucking tastic. And then just like watching TV all together in the living room and snuggling up to the homies. Oh, and we had a baby there. That was lovely. I mean, he walks, but he doesn't talk yet. And he's just so cute. And that's fun. It was just fun. I feel like even as we grow older, we should get together like that and like do fun things like that. It's very valuable. And you just have all your homies around and your kids are growing up. That is just a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful thing. Yeah, plus it's a fun experience. I love flying into New York City like a boss ass bitch. All I know is how to get to this Connecticut, my house. But I love feeling and going through Grand Central and just like, gotta walk outside from the bus. Like, I'm a local, not at all, but I'm gonna catch the train and feel like a local. It's just cool. It's very cool. And then we stayed a little bit this year, or I stayed. It was just a grand old time, and it's gonna like fuel me for months to come. Yeah, those type of weekends, they're just awesome. So I highly encourage you to grab your friends and go away for the weekend. Somewhere different, somewhere the same, but like do things. Fucking do things. It's so much more fun when you do things with your friends instead of just sit and talk. You know, it's just fun. Enjoy yourself. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Ciao, ciao for now.